stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet.
Okay, we're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. I'm starting my watch now is what we're doing. So this is going to be for if you're just starting out, right? So maybe we haven't done anything in a long time and you want to get back into it. Here we all go. Maybe you haven't necessarily lifted before, worked out before. Another good place to start, right? So very kind of back to basic type movements, ready to rock. A lot of just getting kind of in the groove of it. So I'm gonna lead you through 9, 10 exercises, a little bit of a warm up to start, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. You're looking at 15 to 20 minutes, all in your apartment, like I am. And then, we'll work towards getting into the apartment gym, getting into the gym itself, whatever it is, right? So starting off first and foremost, going to have 3 exercises for your warm up. So let's go ahead, kick it off. We're gonna go down to the floor. If you have a mat, cool. If you don't, okay, go on your rug, on the floor, whatever it is. If you need a little something under your knees, that makes sense, right? So we're gonna go kind of on a cat-cow. So what that is you kind of lower that belly down. You're gonna look up to the ceiling, and then you're hugging your back up and in, right? So this is kind of your movement, back and forth, back and forth. Feel free, if you want to kind of shake out on the hips, shake out on the shoulders, you can certainly do that. We're gonna go through, 8, 10 of these, roughly. We're just trying to get your spine kind of loosened up here. And, because again, we're gonna kind of work some muscles that maybe we haven't worked in a hot second. No big deal, right? So we'll take you through another couple here. Beautiful. Let's do another 1, and then we'll do that down. Cool. All right, now we're going to take you up onto your mat. We're going to go onto arm circles and then to kind of hip openers. So arm circles, we're just gonna get nice and big, right? So you're gonna be here, 10 roughly, frontwards, and then we'll go 10, kind of going the other way. The focus here, right, is loosening up on your shoulders, on kind of right back here on the back side of your arms, opening up the chest, right? So we're gonna get into movements. They're gonna focus a lot on that. Once we're cool, okay, feel good, feel solid, we're gonna go on the hip opener. So you're gonna kind of drive that knee up and out, right? So this is you, kind of back and forth, and then you'll probably pop and crack. That's okay, no big deal there. Oh God, I'm kind of wobbly. And that's okay. And then we're gonna go the other way. So we've been going up and out. Now we're gonna go out and to the front. So out to the side, up to the front. Think about you're sucking your belly button in kind of this whole way through. Because again, it's gonna be kind of a hip opener, a hip warm up for when we go into squats, go into lunges, all that good stuff. All right, let's bring it back down to the mat. We're gonna go another time around, really breathe in into your belly and then up on that spine. Really kind of see how low can I dip my belly down here, and then how high up can I get that middle of the back, right? So really stretch through, kind of on both sides here. And we're absolutely cruising. Are you hyped? Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Ooh, arm circles, another time around. We're going frontwards first and foremost, then we'll go kind of on the back here. Is it crazy? My arms are kind of tired, but they are. Then another time around, on your hip opener. Again, if you're wobbly, that's fine, no big deal. You're gonna test a little bit on balance today, as well as we'll take you into a reverse lunge. But this kind of first kind of block we're gonna go through. We're gonna do a little bit of lower body. So we're going to go into squats, we're gonna go into lunges, then we're gonna go into a little bit of hip flexor work. So for your squats, kind of this first round, 1 time around, squats, reverse lunges, and then into hip flexors with kind of a marching bridge. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm gonna kind of demo all 3 of these first and foremost. For your squats, your hips are gonna, or your feet are gonna be hip width apart. Feet, they can point out a little bit at an angle, right? No big deal. And then you're going to shoot your butt back behind you as you shoot your knees out to the sides. Hips come through, squeeze your butt up on top. And this is you kind of back and forth, right? So that's gonna be your squats. Reverse lunges, I'm gonna turn to the side. You're going to drive back on that foot, kind of root that foot, that toe into the ground. You're gonna lower down, hover the knee or touch it, either way, and then come through. hips come through up on top, we're gonna flip the other way. This is a lot of balance. So it's okay if you're wobbly. If you need to hang on to something, no big deal. If we need to go maybe here on that range of motion, that's also okay, right? So we're working kind of together on getting the movement down and then working on those muscles. The range of motion will come, right? The distance will come, things like that. And then finally, the hip flexor deal. This is fun. So you're going to be here on kind of a march, but you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna use right here, the front of my leg, to pull my knee up and then drive it back down. So yes, it's a march, but you're trying to connect your brain to right here on those hip flexors, pulling up a little bit of ab work on that. We're gonna go 3 times through. So first and foremost, we're gonna go squat, we're gonna go for 10, and we're gonna rock and roll right about now. So again, hips or feet are gonna be as wide as the hips, if not even a little bit wider. Drive the knees out to the sides. We're gonna go for 10 reps across the board. I want you to know, first and foremost, I'm not very good at counting. So we might go on 9 low key, we might go on 11, and that's okay. I like to think we just did 8, but I might be wrong. 9, and then 10. Cool. Then we're gonna flip you around. We're gonna go reverse lunge. We're gonna go alternating here. Step it back, hover that knee, drive it down to the ground. Hips come through, go the other way. That's gonna be 1. And we're gonna go 10 in total on this. So I'm gonna count kind of on my fingers low key for this as I talk through. But again, you're driving through with that front leg as you stand that back up, right? So you're using the back of that side that's in front to help you stand up and through, right? That's 6, that's 7, we got 3 more. And 10, cool. Okay, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now we're taking you on hip flexors. These are very important for when you're going on walking, when you're going on running, when we're going on some bigger lifts as we get more and more advanced, right? So we really want to train on getting these guys strengthened. So again, suck your belly button in, kind of squeeze your butt as you drive up, and you're thinking, okay, the hip flexor, this front part of my hip here, is what's pulling my knee up. I'm out of breath. I'll say it. I'll say it. 3, 4, 5. This can be slow and controlled, right? Your focus is very intentional. So you're not just trying to go through the motions here. You're really connecting the brain to the hip flexor on this piece here. I like to think that's 8. I think that's 9 and 10. Cool. Okay, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. That was round number 1. We're gonna go 2 more times through, okay? So the way to think about your rounds, right? First round, feel it out, right? Okay, these are the movements, great, love it. We're going to then kind of practice a little bit as we go into round 2, and then round 3, we're performing, right? So round 2, we're trying to really connect and think through, okay, maybe what felt a little weird that first time around, right? If we need to, on this squat, if you feel like, I'm not really feeling that as much in my legs or my butt, I'm feeling it a lot in my lower back. Let's get wider on your foot stance, that's okay, no big deal. So again, keep the weight kind of back in the heels as you push your butt back behind you and then squeeze up on top, right? So we're going again for 10 in total here. 5, beautiful. Again, push those knees out to the side, push your butt back behind you. You're kind of sucking that belly button in that whole way through. You're gonna feel that on the fronts of your legs, kind of back in the butt and into the sides of your thighs. Cool, okay, ready to rock. Flip it around. We're gonna go into the reverse lunge. Step it out, hover that knee, touch that knee, hips come through, and you're good there. So again, you're using that front leg to pull yourself up and through here. Lunges are low-key exhausting as well. So again, if you find yourself kind of wobbly, that makes sense. Big balance focus here with that reverse lunge. And it's a really tiring movement. It really taxes on the legs and on the back of the butt too. Focus here, suck your belly button in that whole way through. You got 2 more in total. Here's 9, and here's 10. Sweet, okay. Round number 2 on your hip flexors. So again, suck your belly button in. We're driving up, driving back in. That's 1. That's 2. Good. Perfect. And again, you are slow, you are controlled, thinking through right here. And again, as we get more advanced, right, we'll even start to add in resistance bands to this, dumbbells to this, but this first kind of movement, we're really activating right here. I think that's 7, maybe 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Okay. Round 1, round 2, complete. Check. Final time around, you are perfecting, you are performing, right? So you've been introduced to the movement, we've worked through some maybe feelings from the first time around, but maybe felt weird, maybe didn't. Now you're ready to rock, right? Now you're performing on these final 3 exercises, 1 time around, right? So we're final time on our squat, and you're ready to rock for 10. Good, squeeze your butt up on top, suck your belly button in. Yep. Got you on 7, 8, 9, good, and 10. Flip it around, going into the reverse lunge. Hover that knee, hips come through, right? Flip to the other side. Muscles are activated. You're nice and warmed up, right? Now you're feeling yourself, now you're grooving. 6, 7, got 3 more. 9, and 10. Flip it right into on the hip flexor. So drive it up. Knee comes in line with that belly button, right? Let's try and find that little 1-second hold up on top here. Again, if you need to hang on to something, that's okay. Again, a lot of balance on this first time around. I've lost count, I'll be honest. 6, 7, I hope so, 8. You know what? It builds character. When you have a couple extra reps, you're on for 10. When you have a couple extra reps. Cool, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, next time around. This is gonna be your final block, right? Block 2 of 2. We're gonna go a little bit into upper body, a little bit into core. So what we're gonna do first and foremost, we're gonna go onto push-ups, then we're going to go into some plank work and some ab work. For your push-ups, you can always go on your toes, you can go on your knees, right? So either way, if you're on your toes, you are here. We're going to keep those hands right under the shoulder. What you're trying to avoid is being way out wide. And if you're like me, those were kind of the push-ups we did a lot in gym, like way back in the day. We're gonna bring those hands a little bit closer under the shoulders. Now, when you're here, you're going to go kind of bring those elbows out at a 45-degree angle and then come up and through. Now, if you're also like me, you maybe weren't ever taught how to do push-ups or how to train them. So what I have learned for myself and for people I've coached in life is the focus is gonna be on the way down. So where you focus this, we're gonna lower, we're gonna lower, we're gonna lower, and you're gonna get down as low as you can. Ideally, it's down to about your belly, and then we'll get up however we can, right? You don't have to then push yourself back up. The focus is going to be on the lowering down to your mat. This also takes into account if you're on your knees, right? So you can do that same kind of drill and then get up how you can. So that's going to be your first exercise. Your second exercise is going to be a plank and then extend your hand out. So you are going to be here, or we can be down here on the elbows. I'll go on the elbows for this one. Your big focus is not rocking your hips side to side. So squeeze your butt. You can always get your feet nice and wide, but you're gonna go here on a touch, come back in, here on a touch, come back in. For a plank as well as an option, you can come down to your knees, and you can also come out here on the touch. Then we're gonna flip you over and we're gonna go on a bicycle. So for your bicycle, it's slow, okay? So you're all the way back here. You're gonna drive right elbow to left knee. So you drive up, pause, come all the way back down. That's 1. Go the other way, pause. That is 2. Truly, this is about the speed that we're gonna go on that bicycle. So it's very controlled, it's very slow, right? That's going to recruit a lot of core stability in the bicycle. A lot of work on the hip flexors there as well. And then finally, we're gonna go on a knee tuck. For your knee tuck, you can have your hands down here at your side. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can always bring your hands up here. But what you're going to do, drive your knees into your chest, come all the way back out. You're trying not to let your knee or your heels come down to the ground, but if you need to, right, drive your knees in, that's okay. And if you need to as well, another option, you can go on just one leg. That's also perfectly fine. A lot of hip flexor, a lot of core on that work as well. Cool, I'm sweating. All right, let's go ahead. We'll flip it around here and we're gonna go into the push-up. So again, palms underneath on your shoulders. We're gonna go 8 on the push-up. So we're gonna take you here for 1, 2. Remember, if you need to, you can always come down to your knees. 4, 5, 6, 7, stay smooth here, suck your belly button in, and that's going to be 8. Then this is a hostile combo going right into on the plank. Your shoulders might be a little taxed here, so get your feet a little bit wide, tap it out for 1, 2, we're gonna go for 8 in total, 3, 4, squeeze your butt, suck in your core. Remember, you're trying not to let those hips rock side to side, and that is 8. Woo, and come back in. Flip it over. We're gonna go on the bicycle, then into the knee tuck. So again, very slow, right? We're gonna go 10 in total on this one. Drive it up and over, come back nice and controlled. That's 1. Really focus as well on the slowness, the speed, if you will, on the way back down. So you are slow, you are controlled on the way extending back out, right? Again, if you need to, you can always go and not come all the way back down. That's perfectly okay. And that's gonna be 8 on that one. Cool, and then taking you into a knee tuck, hands are here or they are up high. You're going to drive the knees into the chest. You can always let those heels come down between your reps as well. Again, we're gonna go for 8. 6, 2 more, 7, 8. Whew, beautiful. Okay, that is round 1. Now, we will flip you over for round 2, right? So again, this is, let's work on kind of the practicing of these movements. Your shoulders low-key might be screaming a little bit. That's okay. You can always take those push-ups, right? Again, down to those knees. And again, really focus on that way down. So we're gonna be here. Again, maybe we're gonna go to the knees this time around. And again, we're gonna go for 8. 3, 4. I'm gonna show you as far as, again, these last 4 of what I mean of slow, slow, slow. And then kind of get up how you can. Kind of recenter here, focus that way down, get up how you can, right? Again, perfectly okay. That's the way you're gonna train them. And then you'll be ready to rock on your push-ups there. Cool. Now we're gonna go on the handout. So the extension here on the plank. So again, down on your elbows, down on your toes or your knees, squeeze your butt, going out for 1, 2, make sure, again, you're trying really hard to focus on those hips not rocking side to side. 7, 8. Whew, man, okay. Flip it over into a bicycle. Again, if we need to take a hot second to breathe, that is okay. Hands are gonna be at your head, right elbow to left knee. Drive it up, slow and controlled, all the way back down. Perfect. That's 2. That's 3. 4. You're gonna feel this a lot in that core, right? So again, you're focusing your brain down to that core, down into those hip flexors. That's 6, 7, and 8. Come all the way back down. Beautiful. Get your life together a little bit, and then we're going into the knee tuck. So now, again, up here on your butt, hands down or up, drive it into your chest. We're going for 8, 2, 3, 4, 6. You know I get tired when I start whispering instead of talking. 7, 8. Okay, perfect. That was round 2. We have a final time, and then we're gonna take it into a stretch. So, shake it out, get your life together. And here we go, final time. Shoulders and core, right? And then we're cruising. It's day 1 of, here we go. We're rocking on our way to the apartment gym, the gym, wherever it is, right? We're ending up going after this. So, palms, again, under the shoulders. You are here. We're going for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suck your belly button in. Final 1 here. 8. Beautiful. Okay. Rocking it into on your plank. Your feet need to get even wider, right? That's okay. No big deal. You're still working the same muscles. Squeeze your butt. Suck in your core. You're extending out each side. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Again, we're going to 8 here. Suck your belly button in. Really focus on those hips, not rotating side to side. And that's 8. Oh, look at us. We're halfway home. Here we go, on our bicycle. And then we can join these people that are out here screaming on the sidewalk. Oh, bicycle all the way up. So drive it up for 1, all the way back down. Whew. We're living our best life in these bicycles. That's 5. That's 6. 7. One final 1. 8. Focus on the way down. Okay, here we all go. We're taking you on the knee tuck. Again, hands are down here, driving knees into chest. These are your best ones of the day, right? If you feel a little spicy and you want to add in a little bit of that challenge, right? Maybe heels are now lifted off the ground, right? Maybe instead of 1 foot at a time, you're doing 2 feet at a time with those heels coming to the ground. 6, 7, and 8. We did it. Beautiful. Give yourself a little round of applause in your apartment, in your home. And we're gonna take you on a little bit of a stretch. 22.5 minutes is what I have on my watch. Feet come touch each other for a little bit of a butterfly. We're gonna stretch on the inner thighs a little bit here. You're trying to not necessarily flutter. I know we did that in gym. I referenced gym a lot in this particular episode, but you know, there are a lot of things that kind of root from that, right? Like you learn a lot of things when you're a kid, and then maybe you carry them with you in kind of the fitness world. Right leg out. We're gonna come here. You may touch knee, calf, toe, wherever it feels like A, you can get to, and B, where the back of that leg is kind of barking at you a little bit, and you feel that stretch. Beautiful. Switch to the other side. I'm out of breath. I'll admit it, I'll say it. I like to think you are too. That would make sense. Cool. Day 1 is complete. Drive arm, right arm across the chest. Sit up nice and tall here. Day 1 is complete. Way to absolutely go. You started the journey, right? So big kudos, big ups, if you will, to the people. Day 1's the hardest, I would say. And maybe day 2, but don't let that scare you. That's okay. Enjoy this was low-key kind of hard, and now I'm getting better, right? Let's do right elbow up overhead and grab that elbow here. Get big belly breaths going. Switch arms. This will be your final stretch. And then we're ready to carry on with our day. Beautiful. Thank you very much for joining. I will see you for day number 2. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Woo! Assistant, would you pull it up, please? Would you please pull up the cat falling into a lake video? Oh! Oh! I sound like the cat. That was my ankle cracking. Ankle cracking, ankle cracking. Okay, I'm done. This mic feels like I have sunglasses on.